Boys and girls, this is the Game Thoughts, and I'm actually sad I have to make this video, but I have celebrated Xbox. I even celebrated the Xbox One era for what it's worth. They were ahead of time. Made a bunch of videos on it. I've been covering it on the channel. I absolutely love my Xbox controller. It seems like Microsoft doesn't love Xbox anymore. I have a few theories about the price hike. I'm very disgusted by it. The average gamer is not going to understand it or justify it by any means. I do think there's more to it than just greed, though, and I can see with their way of thinking based on customers and what certain gamers will spend money on. I can see how they can justify it. I definitely can't, and for the first time ever since Game Pass has been a thing, I may actually just go down to the lowest level and not worry about it anymore. If you don't have the ultimate version, really, at the end of the day, other than the fact that they merged everything, which I thought was going to be a problem when they did it, you need some form of Game Pass to play online games. So, because of that alone, you have to have some version. That being said, though, the $20 price tag I could absolutely get behind, with the caveat of, which we are 5 or 6 years into it now, something like that, maybe even more. And exactly what I thought would be the problem. Kind of jumping all over the place, sorry. Exactly what I thought would be the problem. Most of the games that come out, especially the first party games, were either rushed, unpolished. Not that many games that aren't on Game Pass don't have the same issues. But go back to Redfall, that's one of the worst issues. We've all talked about that, we've seen the issues on that. Go to the fact that Starfield is one of the most played games of the year that it came out, but also one of the most hated on things that came out from Bethesda, which made Skyrim and Oblivion and all these amazing games. They have all their own issues now. This was not the year to do this by any means of the imagination. It doesn't matter how many games you have. It doesn't matter if you're going to give us 75 new titles. Most of them won't be first-party titles. Most of them won't be AAA titles. Most of them will be rushed and be considered quote-unquote Game Pass games, because we've already seen that precedent. And I have defended Xbox for so long and thought that, oh, we're right around the corner from something good. But now they've waited until Halo Infinite has more content than most shooters. Nobody wants to play it because they waited too long. We're waiting on Gears of War E-Day to even see if that's going to be any good. That's the only thing that's not stale in their whole catalog of things. Black Ops 7 is soulless already. Call of Duty coming out every year is not a good thing. We need a break from it. They need to do something better. All of the money that they have with all these new acquisitions they just got, and they just laid people off, canceled franchises, gotten rid of things we wanted, not giving us the things we do want. They're going after different markets instead of going for the core audience of the gamers. And yeah, all of this has everything to do with Game Pass. And here's the thing. No matter how much they give us on the side content of, well, you can get this many points to get money back, and, well, you can play on your PC or your cloud or this, that, and the other. I don't care how much they want to push this new initiative of play your Xbox stuff anywhere. I'm an old school console gamer. I will play PC stuff here and there. But I want to play Xbox games on my Xbox console, PlayStation games on my PlayStation console, so on and so forth. And speaking of PlayStation, one of the big reasons I can see with PlayStation, the way they split their brackets, I'm sure Xbox looked at that. And normally it's PlayStation copying Xbox, not the other way around. Xbox looked at that and said, we can get some more money out of these guys. We have a better product. That being said, when people buy skins for $20 and $30, and these special editions that don't really come with anything extra, free-to-play games are rampant with crazy microtransactions that people are perfectly okay to pay for. Why do you think these CEOs aren't going to look and be like, huh, charge more for that? It's actual content. Now, I think that's BS. That shouldn't be allowed, but that's exactly the way of thinking that happens. It's all about money. There's very little art anymore. Very few studios are even trying to make things for the core audience of gamer, I feel like. And so all those problems bundled in, I can't get behind it anymore. And it doesn't even seem like for the most part they're trying to make games for people like me. They're going for everything looking like these weird looking new. It doesn't even look like the good JRPGs or good Japanese games. It's just like fart something out with some weird looking eyes that looks like a kid that has tits. I'm getting on a rant now. But seriously, $30 a month, 75 games a year, take away all of the other stuff. I still don't know if I can justify it. Because out of those 75 games, let's be honest, the average gamer only plays maybe 3 to 5 games a year, if that. Maybe more now on average. But most people, they don't even play things when games are new. And Game Pass was always a good thing to try out a game here and there and see what the new things were and to play games that I would never play before. But then, if I have to justify $70 for a title by itself, or 2 months of Game Pass, and then add on $10, that's most people just are not gonna want to do that anymore, and most people don't play that many different types of versions of games. They either stick to their RPGs, stick to their shooters. Like me, I play all kinds of stuff. I play all the genres, not all the genres, but I play all the classic genres. I try to dabble into new things. I like to stay informed on what's going on. Even before I had a channel, I've always done that. That's one of the reasons I do this. But this is just absolutely not the right move. I want to see Microsoft be what it could be. At this point, though, I'll just buy the few games they put out a year that I want to get the $10 version to just be able to have Game Pass, or not Game Pass, get the $10 version just to be able to have multiplayer online. And I guess we're just buying games again. It's sad because Game Pass was awesome, but this is unacceptable. What do y'all think? Let me know.